welcome back to Interstate Insanity. Today we are going to talk about Interstate 5, the major interstate thoroughfare of the West Coast. Because it is such a long interstate, I'm going to break it up and do it by state. We will start in the north in Washington and head south to Oregon. Here is where I-5 begins at the Canadian border, and this is the Peace Arch at the Canadian border. Here is the border crossing. The picture is a little blurry because it's from October 2008, and also for security reasons. Here we are heading south, and this is the first exit on Interstate 5, and it is in Ferndale. As we continue south, we come to Bellingham, home of Western Washington University. Continuing south, we are now intersecting with State Route 20, which happens to be the longest state route in the state of Washington. This road also is what you would want to take if you wanted to go to the North Cascades National Park. And here is the exit. You can also go to Anacortes, which is where you can catch a ferry to the San Juan Islands. And now we are at exit 227, which is where the world famous Skagit Valley Tulip Festival is. Now we are in Everett, and this is a picture of the largest building in the world by volume. It is where Boeing makes their Dreamliner aircraft. Now we are getting close to the Seattle Metro, and this is an exit for I-405, which will take you to Bellevue and Renton. Now we're downtown Seattle, and this is the Union Street exit, which is right in the heart of downtown. Here we are at the Seattle Convention Center, going through a tunnel, and this is where I-90 goes. It goes all the way across the country to Boston. Continuing south, 405 has now met I-5 again, and this is what the exit for Renton heading back north. Now we're in Tacoma, and this is the world famous Tacoma Dome, which is a wooden dome. Here's the exit for I-705 in Tacoma. Continuing south, you will see the McChord Air Force Base and Fort Lewis, which happen to be one of the largest military bases in the country. There is a joint base, Lewis-McChord, here. Continuing south, we are now in the state capital of Olympia, and exit 105 is the exit that will take you to the state capital. Continuing south, you will now run across the town of Centralia, and we're away from the sound, and now we're in farming country. Continuing south, you will run into Kelso and Longview, and now we're not back, but we're at the Columbia River, which is the border between Washington and Oregon. But we're still pretty far north. We have a ways to go to get to the end of I-5 in Washington. Here we are in Vancouver at exit 1. This will take you to State Route 14, which goes along the north bank of the Columbia River. Here is the I-5 bridge that will take you to Oregon. And here we are entering Oregon, And this is the end of Interstate Insanity I-5.
But we forgot.
But also, if you wanted to go north, there's also the I-90 north exit going in the other direction, which my son wanted me to include for some reason. That's all for now. Talk to you later on Interstate Insanity.